Hi everyone, welcome back to the Successful Believers podcast, and I'm excited to be here again after a long time. I know a lot of you might be asking, where have you been, Precious? What happened to you after making us subscribe to your channel? I've come here to let you know where I've been and the reasons why I was away for this many months. But I'm really grateful to God, first of all, that I am alive and that I am well, and I can come and speak in front of my camera, do something that gives me joy. Since November I've not made any video, and the reason was because, first of all, I got a new job, and it's a 9 to 5 job, and so it's something I was really praying about. It's something I was so hopeful for. I was really praying, God, give me this job, give me a job that aligns to like what I studied, what I did in my masters, and God answered my prayers. I was the most excited person in the world. And at that time my mom had left. She was in UK and she had left me, so everything was going well. But the moment I started that job, it's as if like all hell broke loose. It's as if all hell broke loose, and the role is like hepatobiliary and pancreatic cancer navigator. So basically it's like a cancer navigator role where I work with cancer patients, and that alone was very difficult for me starting the job. I now got to realize that this job is very hard. This job is very sad. I was only like dealing with sad news every day, like going to work every single day. The environment was always sad. I was not coping, at first when I first started the job, trying to balance going to work every day with my normal life. Sorry, I'm babbling. So what was also difficult for me was the fact that, oh my God, I'm now alone. I'm now like an adult alone in UK, working a 9 to 5. My mom is not here with me again, and that started, I started missing my family members so much. I started missing my mom so much. I started missing my sister so much. So that missing, or that feeling of loneliness or being alone, or that feeling of missing my family so much, resulted in me worrying about them. And I will always worry about my sister, I will always worry about my mom, I will always worry about my brother. Then I started praying for them, because I was worrying for them. I started praying for them so much. I prayed for them so much, and that prayer turned into something else. Like, I could not just stop praying. I just wanted to know what God wants to do in their lives. I just wanted to know that they are fine and God has a plan for them. I was not even worried about my own self. Like, I was still dealing with the struggles of having a role that there was no job, was not so exciting, like as compared to where I was working before. I was working on the ward. I was working as a support worker on the ward, and I'll always see patients. I'll always talk with them. I'll always laugh with them, give them a cup of tea, do things for them that will give me joy in return. But here I was just on in front of my computer, typing, and all in my own thoughts, all in my head, thinking about my mom, thinking about my sister, thinking about how, oh Lord, their distances away, and just worrying. It was just so terrible. And that is what I was dealing with till December. And the devil really tried to get me. I was in a dark place. Like, I was trying to find myself again. It's like I'd lost myself. I'd stopped living for myself. I was now carrying burdens that the Lord did not give me. But I'm very happy that situation, or that trial of my life, led me back to God. Made me realize that I really don't know God enough. like I really don't know God enough. It's like I don't even trust God. Why am I so worried? I said like going into his word, trying to know him more. I started doing my Bible study every single day consistently, even till today, with a friend of mine. And I didn't even have time for like this YouTube channel. I was not even like cooking the way I used to before I would do a lot of meal prep. I was living my life enjoying, but I wasn't even living and enjoying again. I was just surviving. And I'm very happy that God, even in the midst of the trials and the midst of the difficulties, God was still there. God was only training me. And that's the same with many of us. Many of us might be in difficult situations, and you might be worried about something. You might be going through anxiety. You might be going through maybe I don't know, whatever it is you're going through, trying to get a new job. You're having challenges in your workplace, but do not let that situation define you. Do not think that's the end of the world or that's the end of your life. Do not let the devil get the best of your mind. But what you should do is that you should turn your pain to God, go back to him, and ask him questions. So how God helped me to come out of it was that he started giving me visions. I started seeing things like in my vision about my family. God started revealing things to me. Even as he revealed things to me, I did not still trust him. Even as he told me things, I was like, I did not still trust him, to the point that I prayed so much that God had to even tell my pastor to tell me that, hey, tell this girl to stop praying, that I have answered her, she should move to the next level. So my pastor saw me like maybe in a vision, and he told me that that I should move to the next level. But even after he told me that, I still did not trust God enough. I still did not trust God. So what helped me to learn to trust God was I now had to be meditating. I had to be building my faith. I had to be like talking to my mind. I had to be training my mind. I had to be studying the word. So revelation or vision alone will not help you trust God. It's the knowledge of God. What God shows you will not help you trust him. God might show you great things he wants to do in your life, and you still do not trust him. So what helps us to trust God is understanding who God is. God is a good father. He's a good God. He wants the best for all his children. Number one, he wants the best. He wants the best for you. He wants the best for me. He wants the best for all of us. And Jesus Christ, he said that I have come that ye might have life and have it more abundantly. Say that the devil comes to steal, to kill, to destroy, but I have come that ye may have life. So understanding that nature of God, that God is a life giver, and that you know that he always hears you when you pray. Whatsoever things you desire when you pray, believe that ye have received them and ye shall have them. So I was praying. I was praying that, God, I want my sister to marry, I want this, I want that, I want you to protect my sister. But I wasn't believing, I wasn't really believing that God had answered my prayer. But I had to now learn to train my mind and be meditating on the goodness of God, meditating on who he is, how he's a loving father. And with time, that process of meditation helped me to now trust him. So God now taught me to trust him. It was a training process. It was the most difficult process I've ever been through. It was the most difficult season of my life. I did not know that I did not trust God though. I thought I had trusted God because God helped me. I prayed, and I prayed for the job I wanted, and I got it. So I thought, hey, I've known God. I don't know that there's another level that I have not known about him. That's trusting him for my family, trusting him for protection. I'd learned to trust God for myself a little bit, but God, he started teaching me to trust him for protection. I started learning him as the God of the angel armies. I started building the consciousness that the angels of God are all around me, all around the righteous. I've talked a lot, but I've talked a lot right now. I think it's been a while that I spoke my camera, but I'm here to say that God is helping me to live life again. God is helping me to trust in him and rest and do that which which I love to do, speak to people, you know. It was like I had become a shadow of myself. I love to speak to people before. I'm the one that used to give people joy, motivate people, and here I am always being sad. But yeah, things have gotten much better right now, and I'm trusting God for the best. And yes, how are you all doing? How have you been? Yeah. I think this brings me to the end of this video. I'll see you guys in the next video by the grace of God. Bye.